Next team on our list, the Texas A&M Aggies, coming in sixth best odds to win the SEC, plus 1,500, 15 to 1, which is crazy because their win total is 7.5. It's a full game lower than Tennessee's. And that, it has something to do with, obviously, they go on the road. They play Notre Dame week 3 of the season. But again, they got a heck of a returning cast of characters. You got Marcel Reed at quarterback in his second year in the system with Colin Klein. Le'Veon Moss, Ruben Owens, Amari Daniels, and E.J. Smith probably make up the best whole running back room in the country. Obviously, they're not up there with Penn State and Notre Dame as the top running backs, but I mean, when those guys are healthy, they are fantastic. And they got the receivers, Casey Concepcion. We got Mario Craver from Mississippi State, Terry Bussey. We've talked about him. A lot of these teams we talked about, like Texas A&M, we talked about in our post-spring power rankings for the SEC. You can go check out that episode right now. But we covered a lot of them. But Lance, give me your thoughts on the Aggies, man. Why would they be a sleeper in your mind?
Well, first off, year 2 in the system here with Mike Elko and offensive coordinator Colin Klein. We see a lot of teams usually make a pretty big jump from year 1 to year 2. I'm not saying that Mike Elko is Kirby Smart or Nick Saban, but what my point is even Kirby Smart's the best coach in the game right now. Nick Saban is the greatest of all time. Even Saban, his first year at Bama, had struggles. Kirby, his first year at Georgia, had struggles, and then they just took off after that. The point behind that is, hey, real quick, look at the bottom of this screen and hit that subscribe button for us, please. And also follow us on Apple and Spotify. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps us out a ton. We greatly appreciate it. It's not that Mike Elko is Nick Saban and Kirby Smart, but that normally year 2 for a coaching staff and a coach that's a really good coach, that first year you're kind of changing the culture, especially at A&M. There was a lot that needed to be changed there from the Jimbo Fisher era. Yeah. And if you anything and everybody that you hear talking out of College Station, they talk about that has been done already. That culture has changed. Things are just a lot different there overall. And then the talent acquisition. I mean, obviously A&M's up there with a lot of teams in the country as far as this NIL era. They're really good in the transfer portal. They still recruit at a high level. So I like the fact that Marcel Reed's in year 2 with Colin Klein and his system in year 2. The stable of running backs that you talked about, but dude, where does it all start in college football, especially in the Southeastern Conference at the highest level of college football, the Big Ten, SEC, all that?
Trenches.
Trenches, man. It's all about the trenches. And the Maroon Goons is what they're called. A&M brings back all 5 starters on their offensive line that started the season last year. They had a couple injuries and whatnot, but they're very experienced along the offensive line. And then you bring in someone like Casey Concepcion and Mario Craver, add speed like that on the outside with year 2 in the quarterback of Marcel Reed. And I'm telling you, this offense has a chance to be much better than what it was last year. And I mean, people want to bang on Marcel Reed, dude. I mean, dude, he was a true freshman starting in the friggin' SEC in his first year in a system like that. So, I mean, I think he could probably make a pretty big jump. I'm not worried about Mike Elko's defense. He's such a good defensive coach. I mean, they may not be the number 1 defense in the country or something like that, but I think they're going to be solid enough as long as he's the head coach. Schedule-wise, I mean, they've got 3 road games that are pretty brutal. That's the part that would give me a little bit of hesitation there. Obviously, they're at Notre Dame on September the 13th. They're at LSU in Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium on Saturday, October the 25th. And then they're at Texas at the end of the year in Austin. That's obviously 3 really good football teams that they're going to be facing on the road. Do I think
that's also 3 very good opportunities?
Correct.
To get wins.
That's the way I look at this too. Thank you for saying that. When you're trying to sit here and compete for chances, and at the end of the year, if there's a bunch of teams sitting there 10-2, and you're trying to decide which, again, the key number, 10-2, and you're trying to decide who's going to get into this thing, and you've got A&M sitting there with a possible non-conference road win at Notre Dame, and let's just say they only win one of those. And then you win all your home games. I mean, that's a 10-2 record with some very quality wins.
I mean, yeah, say they lose to Notre Dame, Texas, but they go on the road. They win at LSU. They beat South Carolina. They beat Florida. They win at Missouri. They beat Auburn. Those are very good wins.
Yeah, 100%. And so with what they're bringing back talent-wise, what they've added piece-wise, year 2 in the coaching system there, And I do think that they are good enough to where I don't look at those 3 road games and say there's no way Texas A&M could win those games. It's like I don't look at that at all. They absolutely, and the lines will tell it too. When they go to Notre Dame, I bet you that line won't be that much. And depending on how they are later in the year, when they go to Baton Rouge, that line probably won't be that much. So yeah, I think Texas A&M is absolutely someone that people need to be talking about more as a possibility for a 12-team playoff bid.
Gig 'em.